This is from last night, and you can see we are going to talk about a second surge. Dang it, I should have checked this morning. That is one of the biggest takeaways of how you can be reading these ovulation tests wrong.
And you get an ovulation test.
Hi friends. Okay, today I wanted to do something that is going to take a handful of days for me to show you. I shared over on our other channel a couple of years ago how to accurately read ovulation sticks. And so for years I have gotten a lot of questions on details of other people wanting help reading their ovulation sticks. And I figured this month I would take you along every day, sometimes twice a day when it gets a little bit closer, and look at the detail of reading ovulation sticks. With that video, I just describe it. I thought it would be really helpful to go through day by day and show you when I'm gonna start switching to testing twice a day when I'm testing. And so, all right, come along on the next few days to see when I ovulate. Now, our journey is a little bit different, and we have very severe male factor infertility. We just got retested, and so we are going to be going down the path of IVF. So me checking my ovulation is more a curiosity. I can still have hope through each month, but I am hoping that all you guys need is to maybe read your ovulation sticks a little bit more clearly, and it's gonna happen for you guys really soon. Okay, so I tested last night when we got home, and I will show you a little bit closer. Today I am on cycle day 11, so I just wanted to check on day 10. Some people will have a nice short cycle, and you gotta start checking pretty early. And some people might have some longer cycles, and maybe you don't need to start checking quite right away. But this video, we are going to talk about a second surge when maybe your body doesn't ovulate that first surge attempt. And we're gonna talk about making sure we are reading those ovulation sticks exactly right. It is not a pregnancy test. 2 lines mean nothing, but I have to say, when you are going through infertility or you are trying to conceive, it still is kind of exciting to see 2 lines. And there's something about ovulation sticks of seeing the 2 lines and having some kind of control over it to see the progress and see kind of what's going on. It gives a lot of confidence and power and strength in that. So, okay, so this was yesterday. I will show you right now. And I'm gonna show you this is the brand I have used for the most part. I buy them on Amazon. It's a massive pack for not much. This was maybe a pack of 50 for less than $20. But I will double check. I will put the price on the screen of how much I buy these for. But this is not $1, $2 a stick when you are looking for those smiley face ovulation sticks. If that is what you want, that is going to be not this video. This is for, we are checking our ovulation and we are checking for more than a cycle, and it's kind of expensive adding up month after month doing very extensive ovulation sticks. And honestly, I feel like I get more information from this tiny little guy than something digital that is telling me it's go time. So what we are looking for is the luteinizing hormone present versus having a pregnancy test. You're looking for HCG being present in your urine. So luteinizing hormone is going to surge, and it is going to make your body say, okay, I have this surge, now I'm going to release the egg. And this surge tells your body, but that does not mean that your egg has been released. It means I am going to release. So usually after you get a surge, you are going to have anywhere between 12 and 48 hours after that your egg is going to be released from the follicle. Now for me, only because I have been followed through infertility clinics for a very long time. I am a veteran when it comes to fertility clinics, and I ovulate about closer to the 36-hour, 48-hour, definitely over 24 hours after getting my LH surge. Now, is that neat that I know that about my body? Yeah, but at the same time, it's not fun having to pay all those ultrasound bills either. So there is some really awesomeness of being able to just use ovulation sticks and being able to just trial and error for a little while from here. Now, if you have been trying for longer than 6 months and you're over 35, it's a good time to go see the infertility clinic. And if you are younger than 35 and you have been trying for a year, it would also be a good idea to go to the infertility clinic. Now, this kind of changes a little bit when you're doing ovulation sticks. If you're trying with ovulation sticks for half the time of what your age bracket would be, so let's say for me, being younger than 35, if I was trying with ovulation sticks for 6 months, in my heart, I would start thinking, maybe I should at least call and see if they will let me make an appointment in a handful of months. And if you are over 35 and you've been trying with ovulation sticks for 3 months, 4 months, I would start thinking, do I need to go ask and see if there's anything else going on? Okay, we have many days to chit chat and talk about all these things. So I'm going to do my ovulation stick. It's about a little under 24 hours since I did this last one. This is from last night, and you can see online they will say best time to check is 10 a.m., 2 p.m. if you're doing it twice a day in the middle of the day. This is not a morning pee. This is not pregnancy test first thing in the morning. It's actually better to not do it first thing in the morning and kind of do it a couple scattered times throughout the day. If you're doing it twice, one time, sometime in the middle of the day. Usually once I get all my morning things done, it's 10 a.m. maybe, somewhere in there. I kind of stick to that time of day. But since I started last night, I'm just gonna check and see kind of where we're at. And then, you know what, maybe tomorrow, since I'm doing it with these cheapy little sticks, I might be starting at twice a day. I don't know, maybe starting tomorrow. Let's see what we're looking like. Okay, let's keep the pee off camera, but what I'm going to do is just get my new stick. Okay, so I am just going to go ahead and dip it to right below the black line. And it says for 5 seconds, but I'm just gonna go ahead and dip it in. Honestly, once I start seeing some movement going up the stick, I just go ahead and take it out. So you're gonna watch this live. So it is just climbing up, and so it's not like a pregnancy test where I'm just gonna sit here and wait and see, oh my gosh, do I see a second line? I really want to let it sit and let it be that full 5 minutes. There's no rush. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna go kind of pick some stuff up in the bathroom, throw away my pee, flush down the toilet, and come back and look at it. Okay, it's been a handful of minutes, and you can definitely see that it is darker, but I don't feel the necessary need to start testing twice a day. So this was day 10, and this was day 11. Now this is similar to pregnancy tests where you're like, oh look, my line's getting darker, but same as pregnancy tests, you're really not supposed to compare test to test. What you're testing is the control line versus your line. That is what you're looking at. So for me, I can still tell that the second one, the color is getting closer to my control line color. And by that, it is getting a little bit darker in comparison to the two tests. But I can see that I'm getting a little bit closer to an LH surge, but nowhere near where it's gonna be happening around the corner. So tomorrow I might just check one more time, and then the next day after that I might switch to twice a day. All right, friends, it's been a long day, so let's check in a few hours later than maybe I would normally check my ovulation, but we will do at least one before the day is over. Okay, now I'm just gonna let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, I actually went to go clean up dinner. That's how precise I am with reading these. But if you look at my test, I am glad I'm still just testing once a day. That it's just ever so slightly getting a little bit darker. But if you look at it compared to the control line, It's very similar to the one before. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, it's late again. Next night, and I just wanted to show you, right when I took the test, the second line popped up. So I didn't have to wait to see the second line, it was already popping up. So it hasn't even been a few minutes yet, but you can already see that it is either going to be very close to the control line, or it's going to be the same color, or it could even possibly be darker. So that's what I'm saying, is it can happen 24 hours. It can show positive really quick. I'm definitely going to start testing twice a day. And even when I get a positive, I'm going to show you what it looks like testing twice a day as it kind of fades out also. And then we will also talk about the double surge. But yeah, it looks like I just got an LH surge. I'll let it rest for a couple of minutes, and then I will show you what it looks like. But if you can tell, I already have a line that is darker than the control line. Man, I was really hoping to do it twice a day leading up to the LH surge, but it just shows you every 24 hours, as long as you're kind of checking that every 24 hours, you really shouldn't miss it. You don't have to be doing it that twice a day, but okay, I'll let it rest for the 3 to 5 minutes, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, I really don't even have to wait the 3 to 5 minutes. Maybe it's been like 2, maybe it's been 3 minutes, but I have a strong positive, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when your line is darker than the control line. However, to have a positive, it just has to be where the control line and your LH test line are the same darkness, that they are just exactly the same, or the LH surge line is going to be darker than your control line. Now, there are times where it looks like, is it the same color?
If this line is almost as dark as the control line, you do not have a positive.
And that is when you really want to like look at it and be very analytical of, okay, it's not quite as dark as the control line, and really be honest with yourself, because in that case, it is not a positive yet. And it means your body is maybe trying to do a big, huge LH surge, but maybe you just don't have that positive yet. So then I would definitely be testing a couple times a day, and then maybe, just maybe, it will start fading out, and you think, well, maybe did I miss it? Could it have been within that 24 hours that I missed it? Now, I'm not going to say no, it's possible, but the other thing that could be going on is that your body is going to do a double surge, which means your body was trying to release that egg, and it just couldn't quite release that egg.
Once I had a double surge where I almost got a positive, and I thought that was weird, and it kind of went away, and then it came back again.
So then your body is going to do a second surge where you actually truly have a surge, and then your body will pop that egg out. Now, I would definitely say continue to test if you did not get a true positive. And I'm going to continue to test to just show you what it looks like when it fades out. But here we go. That couldn't be a better example of just a true positive, where the LH surge line is darker than the control line. Dang it, I should have checked this morning to show you guys what it looked like. But look at this. This is truly every 24 hours for 4 days. And this is how different it can change within 24 hours. I will check back in tomorrow, see if my LH surge is still positive. Now the question is, Alex, now what? Okay, I got a surge. What does that mean? Is my egg released? No. The LH surge means that hormone is present, releasing or telling your body to release the egg. Now, you can expect to release that egg within 12 to 48 hours. Now, the question is when, and it really depends on whether you are typical or you might have a male factor infertility aspect to it. Now, we do have male factor on our on our infertility diagnosis. So a typical couple could be trying to conceive every day, twice a day. That would be awesome. Now, if you have male factor infertility, you need to kind of bottle it up for a couple of days versus every day. So there's a little bit more finagling in your mind on calculating, but the egg is not released yet. So I would say across the board, now is probably a good time. So if you drop off the swimmers where they are already there and present when you release the egg, that's awesome. You have that extra chance of them being there ready already. But let's say you don't ovulate for another 24 hours, again, tomorrow. Or maybe you ovulate in 36, 48 hours, maybe in a day and a half from now again, or in 2 days from now again. Now there's no perfect formula, but also take a deep breath. Now when trying to conceive, it can be very easy to become militant, and let's just all say it together. Pillows under the hips after, hold everything in, lay down. Hopefully you don't have to get up for a long time, but I do want to encourage you, let's not become militant in this. Anybody who has gone through infertility or has been trying to conceive for long enough where you feel like you are pulling out the ovulation sticks, it can get stressful, and it turns not to be fun. And there's some truth in that, that's just what it is. But at the same time, just a strong encouragement to keep your marriage strong and healthy in this stressful trying to conceive journey. Now, for those of you who are just popping by to say hi, this is one of our 3 miracles. This little one was conceived through IVF 2 years ago, like right now.
Mom.
Yeah, we had already done our transfer. So I am doing these ovulation tests to bring you guys along and hopefully encourage you and help you. We can keep praying and we can be hopeful, but for us in our journey, this is more to encourage you guys that hopefully this is the step that you just need, and the education that you might need of maybe just reading those sticks just slightly wrong. Maybe your line wasn't quite to the same darkness as the control line and you were missing it and you were doing it too early. Or maybe you didn't know that your egg didn't release when you had that positive ovulation test. I don't know what it is, but I really hope that after this video, it is going to be quick and you are going to be pregnant before you know it. And get a little cute little friend like this one. All right, friends, good morning. This is the next day after we've had a positive ovulation test. The surge has already happened, but this is the next morning, about 12 hours later. It's about 10:30 in the morning, and we're gonna check again. You can already see when it was going up, there are already 2 lines that are showing. And so that is right away. And now we'll see if the lines are the same color or if the test line is still darker. And this is just showing you that even if I didn't check 24 and I checked 36 hours after my last test, I would still see this positive. We'll wait 3 to 5 minutes and I will see you in a second. Okay, it hasn't even been 3 minutes and the LH hormone present line, our ovulation test line, is darker than the control line. So we again have one that is very positive. Now I want to tell you, there were seasons where my line never got darker than the control line, and I was getting ultrasounds done at a fertility clinic and I was ovulating. My line would be just as dark as the control line, so I knew it was positive, but it never went darker. So it doesn't need to be like, oh, this test is better. Oh, why is mine not getting darker? Don't think that way. Like, it's once it's positive, it's positive. Just like a pregnancy test, if it's positive, it's positive. Like, don't second think it, it's positive. So we get a positive and then it's just now, okay, now what do we do with that information? This is just giving us some more information that might help us and guide us and lead us a little bit. And I will check again later today. Maybe I'll do a couple times today just so we can check the line. The biggest kicker that you want to look out for is the line not quite as dark as the control line. I have some footage back when I filmed a video many years ago showing how to read ovulation tests, and I think I have a clip where the line is not quite as dark as the control line, and that is not positive. That is negative. It makes you feel like it's so close, but it is not. That is one of the biggest takeaways of how you can be reading these ovulation tests wrong. Now, if you have the budget and you want to do the smiley face ovulation test, that's awesome. That's great. I just get these cheapy tests online, and these have worked amazing for me, and I know that they work because I have actually been followed in a fertility clinic via ultrasound to see exactly where I was with ovulating, and actually seeing that yes, I did ovulate, I did release that follicle, and how it correlated to my ovulation test. But now you got that positive, now what? All right, friends, we are heading out, and it is about 4 o'clock, and I am just doing a quick test before we leave, and then I'll do another one tonight. But I can already tell that it is already lightening up because I just took a test, and it is not getting as dark as quickly as the other 2 tests. So this is where it's going to be fading out, but I'm going to see if it's still positive, where maybe I could have missed a whole day and not even tested and still be able to see that I had a positive ovulation test. Let's see, 3 to 5 minutes. All right, we really got to go, but after like a couple of minutes, it looks like it's not going to be quite as dark as the control line. So this is a negative. We had a positive, 12 hours later, we had another positive, and then not even quite 24 hours after the first one, it looks like it's going to be negative. But we'll come home tonight and we'll check it one more time. All right, friends, here's where we end the video. I just did my very last ovulation test to show you on how it has faded out. If I wouldn't have tested in that 36 hours, I never would have seen the positive. However, we had a progression each day, then we got a solid positive. 12 hours later, we still had a solid positive, and then a few hours after that, it dropped right back down to negative, and then right now, it is showing me again, it will be negative. So this video was kind of fun, a couple of days over the course, and to just see how I am reading them, watching them, kind of being able to interpret what's going to be happening, what's coming. And if you like this video, should I do it again next month? You let me know in the comments down below. I hope this was helpful, and good luck on your trying to conceive journey. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Go let your love multiply.
You get an ovulation test, and you get an ovulation test, and you get an ovulation test. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.